something new stuff or innovation, the idea comes out quickly that, hey, I'm in front of the equipment, I'm in front of the machine, I can get the idea much faster rather than always in front of the computer. So those kind of creativity and innovation, we are reaching to a stage where we are able to see that working from home brings good productivity. But when I look at the long term, I think it's important to come back together and have more face-to-face interaction, and that's where the talent exchange come into picture. We have seen a good example where people from Eindhoven coming to Pune, spending time here, and vice versa. So we have a very good exchange of talent from that to ensure that we have creativity and innovation in place. And looking forward, how we can take this challenging period to a normal situation. I know we are not going to go back to normal in, say, months and years. It will take time. But looking forward to have such creativity, innovation, so that we can bring more solution to our market and customers. Yeah.
Thank you, Piers. That was really valuable. I think to emphasize, and I thank you for your honesty in saying that, well, you can do a lot online, but at the end of the day, you also simply need to have a coffee together face to face, and that gets your creative juices flowing, as it were. I think Deputy Mayor would appreciate if these coffees were drunk in Amsterdam. I'm going to let you have the final word, Mr. Everard. Close this session on talking about what business sees as the new normal. So over to you.
Okay, thank you. And you're always welcome, of course, to drink coffee in Amsterdam, but also in other cities. I think that's the key message that came through. This innovation and new bright minds and bright ideas, which will lead to new businesses and will lead us steps ahead with the challenges we meet today. We need to meet each other also. And I think this combination, and that's an open door to go through, I think, with our mind, is there. And we should seize this opportunity. How can we combine the best of both worlds, I would say. Next to that, I'm very intrigued by the contribution by the other speakers. And I especially want to make this combination between food and health, because I see a strong connection between that. Being a politician, listening to the people, in my case in Amsterdam, but everybody who's listening at street level, in family homes, health, because of this corona crisis, is on top of mind of everybody. It's a shake-up. And we need solutions. And the combination between good nutrition, good health care, new ideas of food and food supply near to home, where we can maybe find new solution also for problems with CO2 emissions and other sorts, I think that's the way forward. And we need a bright mind throughout the world to be connected, to make these solutions also at the local level work. And I would like to stress that, and that's a real takeoff of this meeting, a real takeoff of this bright minds meeting in this meeting. And then I'm a humble politician making the benefit of that in my own personal work today, tomorrow, and the next week. But I think we all should benefit from that. So thank you for this contribution, and it was a real pleasure to have been with you at this moment in time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor.
Fully agree.
Thank you, Paul. My sincere thanks to each one of the speakers for spending your time and thinking about this with us before the session and now. And I mean, I have only words of thanks to say to all the speakers right from the beginning of the day. And my job is now done almost, but not before. Again, I thank the speakers, but also the audience who has been chatting in the chat room and talking. I know it is a different situation. We are learning as we go. We cannot have the kind of interaction we are used to. And we hope you'll keep supporting us and giving us feedback so that we can do even better next time. Thank you to my team. Without you, I mean, I'm all the time on screen, but there's a huge team of hardworking people behind me supporting me, to Yelka, Arthur, Dinesh, Patricia a lot, and all our board members, including Edith, who I'm now going to hand over to. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be with you this afternoon. Edith, over to you.
Vidhya, a big thank you to you. You have done an amazing job leading us through the world of COVID, the new now, the new reality, through the various sessions. A big thank you to you especially, and the entire team and all the speakers. Usually we would have taken you to a reception now. And in the old now, we would have some food and some drinks. We cannot offer you this now, but we hopefully will do that in the future. What we did offer you this afternoon during a 3-hour condensed program with so many different aspects was a lot of food for thoughts. And that's what we could give you today. We have seen so many things from the burning house, of course, where we are in now, which we should not forget. Even with the positive outlook, there are many businesses and people suffering. And we should also, with a positive outlook, which is extremely important, still think of the now as well, to support the struggle for them, to treat them and their problems and their situation with respect, and being there for them and with them. The COVID situation, as said so nicely by Professor Aravind, is a catalyst for our future, the nearby future and what's coming next. We have to take into consideration that building up new stepping stones and new fundamentals for where we are heading to, which we do not know now, but we're trying to see. In this whole discussion, we should never forget to also think of the Sustainable Development Goals. The world is not going to be the same as it was before. So therefore, we have to reach out to each other. Don't look inward, create opportunities, contribute to a new green development together, and use the digital opportunities that we have for new ways to meet together, to work together, and use also the opportunities of the triple helix, where we have seen so wonderful examples of people thinking together, combining food and IT and education and all of it together today, to take these findings, bringing it to the policymakers as well, and contributing to the Indo-Dutch corridor and maybe even a bit to the world. We will share also the slides, the outcome of the polls with you. Some interesting findings. You could also already check it in the chat box, but we will send it to you and share it with you. And we hope that this day has also shown you that intensifying collaborations and cooperations is really the only way forward through the pandemic, during the pandemic, and afterwards. We will be there for you for the Indo-Dutch corridor. We thank you for sticking with us and for being with us, and we'll be there for you. Thanking you very much, wishing you a lovely evening, and wishing you lots of health and strength and well-being. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.